Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to talk about this suppressor from JK Armament. Let's talk about it. Alright, so first off, it's about my 5th time trying to shoot this video. I've got terrible allergies or something that's just draining my face out. So we're just going to run through this. I'm going to try to make this short, sweet, informative, and get out of here and go drill this can. Alright, so let's talk about this. JK Armament. I don't remember when they came out. Couple years ago, whatever it was. I think the first videos I saw from them were from Chris Costa, right? He has some great videos about it. The simplicity of having a Form 1 can kit basically comes with everything you need to get. I mean, you got to kind of build your kit. It comes with 8 baffles, right? Your blast chamber, whatever you want to call this thing, and an end cap, right? That's your basic kit that you get, and then you figure out what caliber you want it, right? You can do 223. Whatever it is, 5.56, 30 cal, 9mm, 45. They might have some other ones. I think those are the main ones though. But you pick which caliber you want, and then you buy a jig basically that comes with a drill bit and a guide, everything you need to mount everything up, and then you'll need basically a hand drill and a vise. So the simplicity of this is just that you don't need a whole lot. You don't need a bunch of machinery. You don't need a bunch of technical skills. Joe Bob, who has a hand drill and a vise, really could build one of these things, right? Which is pretty incredible. It's pretty cool. So I liked that concept. I liked that idea, and finally I went ahead and got one of these things. One of the other advantages to doing these real quickly, and I'm not going to get into the whole jargon and legal whatever kind of stuff, but Form 4, if you buy a suppressor, a built suppressor from a company, you're potentially going to wait between 9 months and 2 years to get your suppressor back. I've heard it varies wildly. You have no idea when you're gonna get it. It's just up to the fates, right? It takes forever sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky and you get it back pretty quick. Most of the time it takes a long time. Form 1s, if you do these online, right? You fill out the information, you do it correctly. The first time I did this, I didn't do it correctly. I don't remember what I did, but something wasn't signed or something wasn't whatever. It didn't work. But the second time, I filled everything out the proper way as an individual, and I got my tax stamp back in like a month, right? So a month versus potentially 2 years, that's a big difference. So that's a major draw that these things have for a lot of people, that they don't want to wait a long time, they don't have a bunch of expensive machinery, they just want to build a can that they can use on their guns. Introducing JK Arms, right? Armament, not arms. JK, yeah, that's a different thing. JK Armament. So they did a smash-up job that way, I think. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is, this is originally what I got. This is their, I still can't remember. I bet they have a name for it. Yeah, JK 155 MST, whatever that means. I don't know. But that's what this guy is. Like I said, 8 baffles, an end cap, and a blast chamber. And then I went ahead and got the upgrade kit, which is a steel blast chamber and 2 steel cups. Okay. And the reason I did that is because, yes, if you're just going to shoot 9mm, right, pistol stuff, whatever, and rimfire and things like that, this is probably going to be fine for you. This is aluminum, right? And it's good, and it should work. It should be just fine. But there's a reason they don't make rifle cans out of aluminum. So that's why I went ahead and got this out of steel, right? So the blast chamber, whatever you want to call it. And then these 2 steel cups should allow me to be able to run this on rifles and stuff. And if stuff breaks, well, I'm the manufacturer, I can fix it, right? At least that's my understanding of it. So we're gonna do that. This is our serialized part. This piece right here is not serialized, and we're not gonna run this as 2 cans, obviously, until if and when I Form 1 it. But for now, this is just be an extra piece and part and whatever. Also, you have the option to build this as a pistol, or to build it or specifically for pistol, specifically for rifle, or a hybrid of both, right? They have 2 different kinds of 2 different styles of cups, right? You have the rifle kind, which has these straight walls, right? And then you have the pistol kind, which has these kind of sloped walls, right? My understanding, and I'm no scientist, I don't understand all the stuff about it, these are specifically designed for pistols. A big old bug flying over my head. Creeping me out. All right. Hopefully it doesn't come and land on me. Creep me out, dude. All right, these are made for pistols, right? Just the geometry of it, they're just made to work better, I guess. I don't understand how, I don't understand why. And these guys with these straight walls are made specifically for rifle stuff. So the cool thing about this is you get to figure out how and what you want to build it, right? If you want to, you build it however you want to build it. It's like McDonald's, whatever, it's cool. All right, so another cool feature, probably one of the best features of these things, is that pretty much everything on here right now, it's all 1 3/8 by 24 thread pattern, right? Your cups, your blast chamber, the whole thing. It's pretty cool. That is cool. And why is that cool? Well, that's cool because if you know me, I'm a dead air guy. I like dead air stuff. Once I got some of their cans, I was hooked. I really like their stuff. It just works really well for me. I like it. And I like running the dead air chemo adapters, right? Well, these are 1 3/8 by 24, so I can screw this right on and go to town, right? Build this thing basically into a Sandman SKL, whatever you want to call it. It's awesome. I think that's really, really cool. And there's a bunch of other companies out there that have that same thread pattern. I can run this guy. I could run, where did you go? The Xeno, again by Dead Air, sorry. I'm not a fanboy, but I do like the stuff. But a Xeno adapter, I can run that on here. And then, if you don't have things that are that thread pattern, they make 3 different sizes of these little rings that are adapters. I believe, I don't remember why I got this adapter. I really don't remember, but he works with the key micro adapter, right? And so it adapts from 1 3/8 by 24 to whatever the key micro is. I don't remember, but he works in there just fine, okay? And not only him, but he should, and I think something's messed up, but this booster, right, that it's a dead air booster, it's supposed to go in here. Something's all locked up, it's not working right, and I don't want to strip it out. But it's supposed to work. It's not working right now. But they have different ones for different manufacturers, right? And there's a whole list of them, and from 3 different adapters you can run pretty much most, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, I think you can run pretty much most any adapter that's going to be out there, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That means that they're not trying to get you in some proprietary thing, right? They're not trying to sell you a can that you have to use their mount and their thing and their stuff and you have to build a whole new system. No, I don't like that. I hate it when people do that to me. It turns me off and I won't get it, right? This is awesome, so I'm going to run this. One thing to note real quick, and then I'm going to shut this thing down and we're going to go cut these and actually turn this into a suppressor. One thing to note that I did not know beforehand is that your aluminum and your steel blast chambers, whatever you call these, are not exactly the same. All right? I don't know if it's supposed to be this way, not supposed to be this way. I only have a sample group of 1, but I mean, I'm going to tell you, there's a big difference. Your aluminum one, you have your threads on the inside, and then you have a big step, right? To where you have threads this size, and then after the threads, it narrows down, it gets a little bit smaller. I'm guessing that has to do with the material, that this is aluminum. It needs to be thicker to house that blast, right? To hold everything together. And the steel is not that way. There's a little step, but not a big step, okay? On one side is, on the other side, there's a little thing. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that if you get, where did it go? I just had it out a second ago. This guy right here. This is a 3-lug adapter by Yankee Hill. Got this a while back ago. He will work on the steel blast chamber mount thing. He will work just fine on there, right? He screws in exactly how he's supposed to. He will not work. This is as far as he goes. He doesn't go enough to lock into anything. He does not work on the aluminum one. Right? So you need to be careful. There are some things that will work, some things that will not work. This is another Yankee Hill. This is a booster assembly. He will work. He works just fine, right? Because he has a step down after the threads. So he works just fine. So keep that in mind. If there's specific things like that, these are the only specific ones that I have that I could test right now. And I was a little bit disappointed because this is, I mean, that's fine. That's why I went ahead and I'm glad the steel one, I went ahead and got the steel one. Because I can use it for pretty much everything, but I'll be able to use that with the 3-lug, but I would not have been able to use the 3-lug, this 3-lug. I could get another one, but I would not be able to use this 3-lug on the JK Armament, all right? So there's some little things like that I didn't know when I first got this that I figured somebody else out there might, like 0.5% of some people that build these things, they might be wondering that. If the Yankee Hill tri-lug fits these, fits the steel one, does not fit the aluminum one. All right, that's enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and drill some of these things out and turn this guy into a suppressor. And who knows when I'll be able to actually get out and shoot it, but we're just going to have some fun with it, all right? If you have any questions about these things, let me know. Again, I apologize. I feel like my head is about this big, and I've got allergies and just bleh. So if I sounded a little whacked out during this, well, I just took some medicine, so I might be a little whacked out. So apologize about that. But but it is what it is, right? That's what my grandma used to say. All right, y'all be good to be safe. Appreciate you watching, subscribing, everything, and that's it. Hope we will catch you all. See, I told you I'm whacked out. I really am. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this. Y'all be good to be safe, and hopefully we will catch y'all in the next video. See ya.